my name is Raylene, and I'm representing the Ben Haim Heights group for concluding statement. In our group, we decided that privacy and security are of equal importance, and we did not take a stance on either side. We believe that the issue is not, it cannot be separated into black and white. There's a fuzzy gray area in between that we need to address. It cannot be ignored. So, for that reason, we didn't take a stance on either side, or whether or not there should be an expectation of privacy in the modern world. However, in our breakout sessions, we had a different question, and that question was, should students' privacy rights be restricted to ensure school safety? We decided that on a school level, our opinion on the elimination of our Fourth Amendment rights in order to secure ourselves were not in our hands. As minors, it is our parents that hold these rights. Furthermore, the Supreme Court decided that, or has already decided that it is constitutional to deprive students these rights, and we think that this is reasonable as long as the processes are effective. So, we came up with a proposal or an action plan that we'd like to suggest. We concurred that the main security procedure was the process of checking student identification and random searches occurring sporadically throughout the year. What does this mean to the students? Well, we must subject ourselves to the hands of strangers, and the procedure is largely based on social profiling and racial profiling, which is demeaning, and a lot of people believe it's unjust. So what we decided is that if it's going to happen, it should be a uniform process. It shouldn't just be singling out individuals that look suspicious or people that look like they might be criminals. It should be something that's uniform. So if one person has to be checked, everyone should be checked. And in our groups, we decided at least that we would be willing to give up these rights as long as it's fair and effective. It's more effective than having these searches happen on random days of the year, and it doesn't even happen as often as it probably should happen. If you're only being checked twice every month, what about the other days? People could be bringing weapons any other day, or other suspicious things that could be addressed in other ways. And so we decided that we'd be okay with it as long as the process of security is something that's fair to everyone. And so the specific policies that need to be contacted or addressed, well, we decided that we need to discuss the issue with either the superintendent and the treasury of the school, because the program would need funding for the solution that we came up with. Oh, I didn't mention that. Sorry. Well, what we decided is that something like metal detectors would be the best solution so that the process would be uniform. And so we all kind of concurred that that's probably something that most people are comfortable with, because you're not being subjected to strangers putting their hands inside your personal belongings and And so we decided that we need to discuss the issue with the superintendent and the treasury of the school, because the program would be funding. It's not cheap to have metal detectors at the school, and we know that we need to fund, we hope that in the long run, the benefit of school safety will outweigh the costs. And we already have the manpower monitoring the front gates, and we can still use these resources to reinforce security at the school. So we came up with possible actions to support our ideas, which include fundraising, getting support from the PTA so that we have backing from parents, which is a really strong resource, especially in the school district, where we feel like a lot of things won't get done unless we have backing from parents. And we also thought of making flyers and other stuff to keep public awareness high, and that's pretty much our concluding statement, so thank you.
Show of hands, how many of you guys agree with their closing statement? Alright, well, now, next, then.
with Mr. Battle reviewing the topic, should we the people safeguard our privacy from the government intrusion and collection? Our group suggested to go public, starting with the Bureau students. We are willing to make a rally to inform students about what is happening. Later, if you agree, you will have a chance to sign a petition saying that you want privacy, and the government should see your privacy, but to a certain extent. The extents were, for example, reasonable suspicion and security. The privacy we talked about was messages and phone calls and etc. We should safeguard our privacy from government intrusion because it helps us express ourselves. And that's it.
So, I'm Alexis, and this is also from. Oh,
You
sorry.
gotta get a pro and a con.
Thank you for your statement. But again, how many of you guys agree with his closing statement? With the last one? Thank you.
Disagree.
How many of you guys disagree? All right, now you talk.
As I was saying, I'm Alexis, and this is also we represented Ms. Bernard's group. And our breakout session question was, what do we mean by privacy? And we came up with, since we felt that that was a very broad question, since privacy is a really big issue and it's got a lot of different sections to it, we decided that privacy is what the individual believes shouldn't be invaded. And
Okay, so the first question I have on this piece of paper in front of me is how did this group answer the session question, and how does this answer the town hall question? Well, my group was with Ms. Benares, and we really couldn't come up so much with the answer to this question, but we did discuss a lot, and we concluded that there is an expectation of privacy in the modern world, especially in school. But so much as coming to reaching a common ground in our group, we couldn't really come to that. So I'll pass to the next question to my partner.
yeah, I think we had a very difficult time trying to find a civic proposal or a plan of action as to like connecting our definition of privacy to school, since we had a lot of different ideas and we couldn't really figure out how to change the policies in school. But we did come up with some suggestions. One of them was to be more informed about the ed code. So we suggested that maybe it should be part of orientation, like whenever they remind us that, oh, we can't bring this, we can't do that, the ed code should also be part of that. We believe that using this, we can establish a trust between the school district and the students, so we don't feel as violated as we would if we didn't know that that's actually part of the procedure.
And so the individuals we feel that should be addressed or contacted is the school should be addressed predominantly because the example we had throughout our discussions was random background checks. I guess that happened in other groups too. But some students feel that is it makes them feel less human. I heard that and I thought that was like eye-opening. So the schools should be addressed and informed that some individuals feel that way and that it should change so that we don't feel so much as criminals in a way for that occurrence. Because some people actually do feel that way. I don't know if you might. And another entity that should be addressed is the schools. school district should be informed of, as Alexis said, the ECHO, because I myself am not familiar with it, and I don't want to say I'm pretty sure you guys are, but chances are you're not. Yeah, and so the ECHO, there's a lot of stuff that deals with privacy in it, and the more versed we are with it, the more we can opinionate and have our voice heard. So I just feel like the school should facilitate on informing us about the ECHO and how it affects us, the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Show of hands again, how many of you guys agree with this statement? And how many people disagree?
Hello, my name is Eduardo Vergara. I was part of Mr. Bell's group, and our breakout session question was, should we the people safeguard our privacy from data collection and government intrusion? Our response to this was there should be, because everyone should deserve some sort of privacy, but at the same time, we couldn't really decide because we need some sort of security to ensure that we have privacy. So we decided that the government should be limited to this data collection and also the intrusion. Our civic proposal for the plan of action that we planned was to host an annual community event or some sort of public display showing that we need to discuss this issue, and also so we can help inform others about this so they can gain better knowledge and also have a better understanding of what it could do. And that's about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. By show of hands, how many of you guys agree with this statement? And how many people disagree? Thank you for your participation.